The Middleton Press has published a large number of books about railways. These books are a useful reference for model railway enthusiasts. By obtaining one of these books, you can obtain background information on the line you're interested in modelling. If we look here, we see we've got a schools class hauling an assortment of coaches, and it's going to Hastings Station. This is a relief train that goes via Ashford instead of via Tunbridge. Here we have represented the train in the picture with the Hornby model. Here we've got a schools class loco going towards Rye and Ashford. The caption reads, "Schools class locomotive Bradfield climbs the 1 in 60 gradient towards Orr Tunnel, through which the incline eases to 1 in 132. The level crossing gates to the power station are visible in the 1964 view." Here is a lovely view of Rye Mill. This mill burnt down and was replaced by a replica which is used as a bed and breakfast place. This of course is the bridge across the river. Here is our representation of Rye Mill. I couldn't find any model that was very much like it. This one is from the Thomas the Tank Engine range, and it's about the right size and colour to serve as a background item. In this view, we see an N-class mogul at Winchelsea. The N-class mogul was mostly used for freight work after the Second World War, but before the Second World War, and before the advent of the schools class, they were used almost exclusively for passenger duty. Here is the N-class mogul from Bachmann, which is featured in this video. Turning the page, we come to the next station along the line, which is Rye. Turning the page once more, we come to a general view of Rye Station. Let's zoom in a bit. In this view you can see there's an additional building that was built on later, and here you can see Rye signal box. I've attempted to reproduce this on my layout. Here is the view from more or less the same perspective. In the last pages of the book we get to Ashford, and in this view there is an H class with 3 carriages. Here is the H class loco hauling a 3-car set as shown in the book. I will read to you what the caption says. It says, "The 2-coach set used on the New Romney service in September 1958 was inadequate for the 4:35 p.m. departure on account of the number of school children using the train. An XLSWR Mansell coach has been added behind the XSECR H-Class tank number 31520, which is seen crossing the River Stour Bridge." In 1:1 scale, Rye signal box is opposite the station building, but we haven't got room for it opposite the station building, so we put it a little bit further down the line. That's a bit of modeller's license. In this view, the man is standing outside the box. This view shows the concrete footbridge that was added in the 1960s as part of the Kent Coast electrification scheme. The Kent Coast electrification scheme was originally supposed to include the Rye and Ashford line, but it fell through. I have used a Crescent Toys footbridge to represent the Rye footbridge. The Crescent Toys footbridge, it comes in green, but unlike the Hornby 00 footbridge, this footbridge can be dismantled and reassembled so that the stairways go in opposite directions. It is very similar to the footbridge used at Rye, so it's quite a good way of doing it. The only other way to do it would be to buy a plastic kit and glue it round like that. This view shows Rye Station. Here is the parcels office, which was a subsequent and later addition. This is Hornby's representation of Rye Station. Although it's much reduced in scale and is much smaller than the station it purports to represent, nevertheless there's no other station building in the Hornby range that looks like it. So it is quite an easy way to represent Rye Station. If we pan along, you see we've got the parcels office. The parcels office was subsequently turned into a cafe, which was known for a while as the Fat Controller Cafe, but it is now not called that, it's now called something else.